Hi, my name is Amit Agarwal, Senior Manager, Investor Relations at Tampa Bay Wave. I'd like to personally thank each and every one of you for coming to our Cybertech X 2023 Accelerator Demo Day. Quick reminder, this presentation is for accredited investors only. Any information shared here today is considered confidential. I'd love to thank our Cybertech X sponsors, Align, KnowBe4, the EDA, Bank of America, and EY. Without any one of these, this would not be possible. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our Demo Day sponsors, Florida Funders and Tampa Bay Ventures. Lastly, I'd love to thank our Cybertech X Advisory Council members. Every one of the firms represented here today has sent an advisor to coach and counsel these companies in their future. I'd like to take a moment to thank our team at Wave. Every one of the members represented here today has been fundamental to coaching these companies, creating the plans for our events, and presenting everything you will see here today. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Richard Manassi, Managing Director, Tampa Bay Wave's Accelerator Programs.
Hello, I'm Dr. Richard Manassi, Managing Director of the Tampa Bay Wave. I'd like to share a few statistics about our accelerator before we kick off today's pitches. Since launching in 2008, the Tampa Bay Wave has supported startups from throughout not just Florida and the United States, but the world. Collectively, our founders have raised over $700 million and created over 4,200 jobs. We are currently running 5 cohorts per year: FinTech, Tech Diversity, where founding teams must have 51% or greater ownership by women, minorities, LGBTQ+ founders, military veterans, or a blend thereof. Our 2 new programs kicking off this year, Health Tech and Latin Tech, and of course the cohort you have come to see today, Cybertech X. This is an extremely strong class, one of the top in Wave's history. The group comes to us from throughout the United States and abroad, including Australia, Israel, Mexico, and Singapore. 11 of the 15 startups are led by underrepresented founders, and cumulatively, this group has raised nearly $30 million from angels and venture capital funds. The founders in this class have accomplished backgrounds, including PayPal, Infosys, Fannie Mae, McAfee, IBM, Intuit, Boston Consulting Group, HP, Accenture, Raytheon, Rolls-Royce, Red Hat, SAIC, Verizon, State Farm, Northrop Grumman, Deloitte, MITRE, Ernst & Young, and Toyota. Founder backgrounds also include time at premier academic institutions, including Stanford's MBA program, Johns Hopkins, West Point, University of Chicago Booth School of Business, and MIT. Veterans are also represented from the Army, Navy, and Air Force. Top to bottom, they are companies solving real problems led by world-class founders, and we are certain that you will enjoy learning more about them and their technologies. Thank you again for joining us for the Tampa Bay Wave's 2023 Cybertech X Demo Day.
Thanks, Dr. Manassi. Now I'd like to introduce Ian Yip of Avertro. He's coming to us from Australia, where he's got over 2 decades of cybersecurity experience, including time at McAfee and EY.
Hi, we're Avertro. Our platform, CyberHQ, is Cyber Command Center for executives that helps them make business-driven decisions and meet regulatory compliance. My name is Ian Yip, founder and CEO. When I was a CTO for McAfee Asia Pacific, and in my role at EY, one of the key challenges that leaders faced was the disconnect between the cyber team and everyone else, particularly at the executive layer. Armed with that frustration, I felt compelled to solve the problem by starting Avertro. Even as board and executive accountability increases, organizations continue to struggle with aligning the tracks and making sense of cybersecurity. Executive pressure to solve the problem is at an all-time high, and security leaders are crying out for the right way forward, which is why we built CyberHQ, which reduces up to 75% of the effort required to manage and report on the business of cyber. Without us, managing the business of cyber is complex, expensive, manual, inefficient, and subjective. We've automated everything and used science to make cyber storytelling accurate, systemic, and defensible. We have a core set of tier 1 customers across Asia Pacific and Europe in retail, telecommunications, agriculture, energy, higher education, financial services, and government, to name a few. Our addressable market is large, and our unique value proposition stems from our research industry partnerships and a business-driven approach to cybersecurity that is purely software-driven and does not require any professional services on our part. Our team is world-class, which includes the ex-Chief Security Officer of the Australian Taxation Office and an ex-EY cyber partner and current Deloitte partner in Singapore, and the ex-Chief Architect of Capgemini in Australia. We're cash flow positive since July. We are on track to triple our ARR within 12 months, and we've mostly completed our current seed round with room for the right strategic investor to participate should the stars align. If you'd like to find out more, please get in touch. My contact details are on this slide. Thank you for listening.
Now I'd like to introduce Sean Gordon of BreachQuest, coming to us from Dallas, Texas. He's leading an incredibly experienced founding team with a solution developed to reduce the time and cost for cyber incident response.
Ladies and gentlemen, imagine waking up to a devastating cyber attack on your organization. Hackers have infiltrated your defenses and crippled your operations despite having invested in modern cybersecurity tools. What if I told you that we've been neglecting a critical aspect of cybersecurity? It's not prevention, it's not protection, but it's something that will inevitably determine the outcome of any attack: the speed, effectiveness, and preparedness of incident response. IBM states that it takes an alarming 70 days to contain a breach on average. This is a number that hasn't improved in 7 years. Detection time, 200 days. The cost, stress, and consequences are astronomical. And yet we wondered why. Why does this problem persist in a world of cutting-edge technology? Our team identified the labor-intensive nature of incident response as a key issue, but there's also challenges with crisis communication, resource accessibility and visibility, and then triage challenges. We found that throwing more humans at the problem simply doesn't make sense. Breaches required manual hands-on keyboard intervention, and that's where we saw our opportunity. We realized that defenders shouldn't be using these manual methods while attackers are leveraging automation and efficiency tools. That's why we created the Priori platform, which is designed to slash the time, cost, and effort of incident response. But we didn't stop there because we recognized that the realm of incident preparedness was largely overlooked, with the focus instead by many of the cybersecurity companies on vulnerabilities and entry points, rather than the obstacles and impediments that responders would face when they respond to a cyber attack. We designed our platform to elevate incident responders' capabilities, giving them scale, speed, and expertise that helps overcome the talent and skill shortage that plague the cybersecurity landscape, especially when it comes to responding to threats. Up to 90% of attacks start with business email compromise. A typical business email compromise, or BEC, takes 5 to 10 days to contain. We're able to get that done in as little as 4 hours. That's up to a 90% productivity improvement, and this is not theoretical. We've done it several times with live cases. We started going to market with Priori in November, and so far we've secured our first 3 customers. We have a strong pipeline and have been using cold email as our primary outreach. We're seeing an 8.7% interest rate. This means 8.7% of the contacts that we reach out to book a meeting with us. And that's not an email, that's a meeting. I'm told that's great top of funnel performance. I'm incredibly proud to be leading BreachQuest team of 16. My co-founders Chris and Eric are legendary attackers and were some of the first red teamers in the United States. Our head of product, Marco, is a legendary defender and comes from the NSA, Intel Corporation, and SentinelOne. We're now raising $2 million to accelerate our go-to-market and prepare for our Series A. We welcome you on our journey. Thank you very much.
Next, I'd like to introduce Mario Suave with Cleverfi, coming to us from Austin, Texas. He's got a novel solution for securing Wi-Fi networks.
Hello everyone, my name is Mario Suave. I'm the founder of Cleverfi, and I'm here to tell you about the future of Wi-Fi. Travel has resumed, and we all became digital. But what hasn't changed is when you travel, you still have to ask what is the Wi-Fi password and type it on every device. You don't know if the internet is going to be okay, and nobody tells you anything about privacy and security. But guess what? I'm actually an Airbnb superhost, so I'm on the other side. I let people into my property all the time, and I have a whole set of different problems. like copyright infringement, when they use a legal website to download music or movies. I had a case where the Wi-Fi password was stolen and somebody uploaded child pornography, giving me liability on my side. And then when there are internet issues from the provider, people call, and if you can't solve things quickly, they give you a bad review. So I created a solution that protects both the host and the guest when issues arise, and provide a secure Wi-Fi that connects anyone automatically without needing to download any app. So you can think of us as the American Express, but for Wi-Fi. American Express secure monetary interaction between people and business. We secure and provide a seamless Wi-Fi interaction between the people and the business. The Wi-Fi industry is really big. It's a $20 billion industry and it's projected to double. But we're focusing right now in hospitality because, there's 7 million Airbnb and it's a fast growing market, and that's where there's a large pain point. So we're planning to partner with Airbnb and become one of their host assist company. Our business model is simple. We charge $99 per year for each property, and we're just a software company. We interact with the existing Wi-Fi and internet and the user journey to ensure and validate the experience. We already have customer, partners, and reseller. We launch on Airbnbs and we're planning to grow. We have 10 patents granted in 10 different regions and pending elsewhere. And our seamless experience is what really makes the difference with the competition, because it's both secure and seamless. Myself and Fernando are the founder of Cleverfi. I've installed the Wi-Fi for New York Fashion Week and work at a software as a service company that last raised $50 million. And Fernando created the first secure digital driver's license for the Argentinian government. We're asking for $800,000 to expand our sales team and grow our company. We already received $200K from friends and family and around with Draper Accelerator and Mullen Venture. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce Corey White with Cyvatar. Coming to us from Irvine, California, he's got 3 decades of cybersecurity experience, and Cyvatar introduces an all-in-one cybersecurity suite and service for small businesses.
Hi, I'm Corey White, CEO and founder of Cyvatar, and we have created the future of cybersecurity, and it is here today. So here's the problem. I've been in cybersecurity for 28 years, and I realized that we are absolutely failing. The number of successful attacks have gone up 27% in the last year. And so here's what's happening. We're only detecting, responding, seeing a bunch of alerts. We aren't doing continuous remediation when there's over 25,000 CVEs, new vulnerabilities came out last year. That's about 68 per day. So if we're just doing it at a one-time basis, patching once a month, once a week, you're going to get hacked. And so on top of that, SMBs are being hit with compliance requirements and cybersecurity requirements, and there's no one-stop shop to take care of it until now. Because here's the problem. You look at the market drivers that are really driving these conditions. Small businesses will absorb most of the hits from cyber attacks because hackers have figured out they don't have anyone focused on protecting them, again, until now. Cyvatar is solving this problem. How do we solve it? We implement preventative controls. We make sure that our customers have multi-factor authentication. We make sure that endpoints are blocking malware, not just detecting and responding malware. We also make sure they have full vulnerability management programs. And every single solution we implement for our customers is also mapped to compliance standards. So if you need to be SOC 2 or ISO or CMMC, we've got you covered. Lastly, every one of our 90 customers worldwide has cybersecurity insurance via our insurance partnerships. So how do we make it super easy? We remove all the friction. Just like subscribing to Netflix or Spotify or Zoom, you subscribe to cybersecurity, outsource cybersecurity as a service, and we take care of it via our simple e-commerce. You're able to go into our assessment for free, do a gap analysis, do external penetration testing and scanning, and then once you figure out what your gaps are you want to fill, go to our e-commerce page, buy them, and we will immediately start implementing products and tools and get you locked down and secure and maintain that security. So these are our solutions that we call preventative controls. Again, we don't sell products or services, only solutions that are tied to an outcome of you preventing getting hacked. Now, how do we do it? We built a proprietary methodology called ICON, where we install, configure, assess, remediate, and get you to maintenance. Now, let me just double click remediate. We actually fix the root cause of the problem, apply the patch, implement multi-factor, and maintain that for your environment. You don't have to hire an FTE to do it. So who's the team? This is a team we worked together before. We built this type of solution at other companies, and now we've actually built it into a bigger solution here. So we know how to make this a very successful solution. Where are we now? Right now, we have 3.3 million in recurring revenue, around 90 customers and growing. And we're looking for 4 million to continue staying capital efficient, build more efficiency into our product, and actually grow and scale this business. Thank you very much.
Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Karmit Yadin with Device Total. Coming to us from Israel, she's got an innovative solution for securing IoT devices and has some excellent recent traction.
Hi, my name is Dr. Karmit Yadin. I'm the founder and CEO for Device Total. I started my journey in the cybersecurity space when I joined the Israeli Army. I was trained for network security and PKI, that's my background. I worked as a CISO in several NASDAQ companies and worked with governments around the world on attacking connected devices in order to gather intelligence. I studied computer science and did my doctoral studies about the influence of connected devices on our future. And that's why I funded Device Total. And what we do is a risk management for connected devices. So as you're probably aware, the world is going connected and the number of connected devices is increasing. And the thing about those devices is that there are so many IoT and OT devices that security teams cannot install client and agent on. Therefore, security teams are blind today to identify how each device impacts their network. And we are here to solve those blind spots. We are here to provide visibility on each device connects to the network and to automatically eliminate future attacks. In order to do that, we're using an innovation technology that enables us for the first time in the industry to build a universal repository that includes all the security data for all the devices that exist in the industry. In other words, we are building for the first time in the industry machine that create data for security, and that data doesn't exist elsewhere. That's why there are so many clients that in very few months decided to engage with our platform. We provide data that doesn't exist elsewhere and eliminate blind spots and provide visibility. We raised $6 million so far, and we have a great and strong team. Now we are raising $5 million, and we already secured a lead investor, and we have a commitment for a $3 million out of the 5. We would be happy to have you on board with us. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Adriel Arrojo out of Mexico City with Hackmetrics. He's helping SMBs improve their security posture in LATAM.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adriel Araujo. I am the CEO and co-founder of Hackmetrics. It's not a secret that Latin America has become a new target for cybercrime, with regional governments and companies always under attack. This has made defense a priority. Latin America a $6 billion market. However, SMBs struggle to find affordable and solutions adapted to local context to protect themselves. That's where Hackmetrics comes in. We are a platform that helps SMBs increase their security posture and fulfill their compliance requirements across any framework. Our easy-to-use platform have enabled companies like Truora and PixelPay to achieve their ISO and PCI certifications in just 3 months. That means a 70% reduction in time. In addition, we have included other products, other modules, as a pen testing as a service, policy management, employees training, and device monitoring to increase their security and avoid being hacked. As a result, we surpassed the 100 customers milestone using our solutions to sell to corporate companies and secure their assets. And this, in turn, gives us strong traction in achieving over 1.2 million ARR. We have also become trust partner for corporate companies such as Santander and Walmart in auditing their vendors and helping them reduce the risk of being hacked through those vendors. In the short term, our platform will include other products to create a one-stop shop security platform for SMBs. And this, combined with our growth strategy, will drive meaningful revenue as shown in this graphic. This success and strong vision has been driven by our team's experience in technology and cybersecurity companies such as ZED, Versprite Security, and Deloitte. We recently oversubscribed our seed round, and we will be happy to connect with any Series A VC to start getting to know each other. Thank you for your time. Join Hackmetrics and be part of our meteoric future in Latin America. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce the KeepAware team, Ryan Borner and Ryan Coate, co-founders out of Austin, Texas, with an innovative browser-based security defense system.
Hello, my name is Ryan Coate, and I'm a co-founder and head of sales at KeepAware. And with my background in email and network security, I worked with customers of thousands of employees all the way down to the mom and pop shops. And the reality is, with all of the security tools and policies in place, users are still being faced with threats every single day. And a main driver behind that is the human element, with attackers taking advantage of that 82% of breaches have that human touch to it, making credential theft and phishing the largest attack vectors, giving security teams the headaches when it comes to user-facing threats. And a big component of this, of how cyber criminals are getting in front of these users, is through an application that we use every single day for critical activities, which is the browser. The browser is used for logins, uploads, downloads, and security teams are struggling with the visibility of where employees are entering the sensitive information. And that is why we had to create KeepAware. KeepAware is a browser extension that's compatible with the Chromiums, the Edge, Firefox, Safari, where we are embedded into the browser to actively step in and stop user-facing threats in real time. And with our approach, we're able to give increased visibility into SaaS risk and shadow IT. So common behaviors happening in the browser, like rare unsecured logins, from password manager visibility into where data is being uploaded within the browser. And we also incorporate the security awareness side of it as well. So we do not want to be a disruptor of the workday. We want to be a part of it to influence secure decisions throughout the workday. Where we currently sit is that we have 11 deployments across 6 different customers. From manufacturers, law firms, and Austins, we've been able to secure $79,000 in total contract value with $43K in ARR. And we recently received $100K in accelerator funding through our generator program in San Antonio, Texas. The approach we're taking to market is the B2B per user per month at $2 to $5 per month. And our opportunity here is really focused on the 500 to 3,000 employees range, whereas semi-regulated and distributed teams remote workforce. And with our backgrounds at IBM, US Bank, Darktrace, the co-founding team has really been focused on the next 3 months of developing a repeatable sales cycle, solidifying our initial partnerships of MSPs, and adopting those early design partners and those early customers to come join the KeepAware team. So with KeepWare's workforce security platform, we are actively stepping in to detect and stop user-facing threats, addressing SaaS risk, and building security awareness into everyday workday. Looking forward to having conversations. Here is my information. We look forward to connecting, and thank you very much for your time.
I'd like to introduce Ian Garrett of Phalanx, leading an awesome founding team. They're Techstars alumni, and they're on pace with some great traction.
Did you know that teams as small as 10 employees that deal with financial, health, or government data can represent a $500,000 risk to organizations? Phalanx helps companies understand the cyber risk of their documents and unstructured data in seconds, and provides a centralized location to automatically control access. Hi, I'm Ian Garrett, co-founder and CEO of Phalanx, and we've built a platform to help organizations take control of their data. Last year, data breaches cost organizations an average of $4.35 million per breach due to a lack of visibility over documents, the need to access data in the cloud, and the tendency of people to prioritize productivity over security. Phalanx reduces cyber risk through advanced analytics and automated processes. Phalanx integrates with existing platforms like Google Workspace and Microsoft Office 365 to provide a centralized location for leaders to control data access and stop cyber threats from both inside and out without sacrificing employee productivity. Ultimately, Phalanx lets you control access to your documents like you already do with your devices and even your office space. We have 3 primary verticals where Phalanx shines, including healthcare, financial services, and the government community, specifically contractors. We sell Phalanx on a per-user basis, so we're scalable alongside our customers' growth. Our go-to-market is a dual-pronged strategy focused on selling directly to mid-market while engaging smaller orgs through managed service providers. We currently have a number of paying customers, primarily from businesses that fall within our target verticals. Of note, we're currently conducting a paid pilot with a Fortune 500 company, with several more interested in conducting paid pilots with us. We also have a number of managed service providers that are using Phalanx internally, which will begin selling our product to their clients. The key differentiating factor between Phalanx and other companies is in our competitive landscape is that we provide the most granular ability to tie individual identities to data access, as well as focus on simplicity to an organization's workflow. This means that we bring security to existing workflows instead of creating a new one for employees to learn. Our founding team is comprised of industry experts that have complementary backgrounds, such as myself as a CEO with operational cyber experience in the Army and PhD-level cyber research experience, our CMO with cyber risk consulting experience at Deloitte, and our CTO with lead and principal engineering experience building large-scale secure systems for Northrop Grumman and other firms. We're currently allowing investors into our oversubscribed pre-seed round, and we've raised our target amount of $500K from investors such as Techstars, C2 Ventures, and AIN Ventures, and any additional funds will be used for growth to enhance our growing customer acquisition traction. Thanks for your time, and please reach out if you'd like to discuss Phalanx.
Next, we have David Ritter with PrivacyLock, coming to us from Denver, Colorado. His solution is at the forefront of a shifting privacy landscape.
Hello. My name is David Ritter. I'm the CEO of PrivacyLock, and I'm happy to tell you how PrivacyLock is the first product offering one solution to global privacy compliance. You see, businesses already face big fines for failure to comply with privacy laws like GDPR in Europe and CCPA in California. So how do these businesses comply with a patchwork of different laws in different countries and different states here in the US, while at the same time, and most importantly, protecting their customers' right to privacy? The answer is PrivacyLock, where we're helping businesses automate privacy compliance across markets anywhere they have consumers. And our secret sauce? We do this without ever collecting, storing, or processing their customer data. And we do this by implementing a proprietary data mapping tool that doesn't collect any PII, and we use this data map to understand what data has been collected about your customers and what kinds of processing is being done on it. Now, with that data map, we can then automate the consent management and compliance processes that are required for laws like GDPR and CCPA and other laws. So why now? As you can see here, there are a number of laws that are proliferating across the US at the state level. We have 5 new state laws that go into effect this year. Those are the states in yellow, with about 24 other states following not far behind. Those are the states in blue. Meanwhile, we expect to see a federal privacy law passed within the next 5 years or so. So we're going to have a national framework that businesses will be complying with. And all of this is what's driving the growth in the privacy compliance software market, where we see an addressable market surpassing $30 billion by the end of the decade. Privacy Lock fits into this with a first mover advantage focus on the financial market, which is representing 30% of total market share. And we're doing that with leveraged distribution partners who are key players in the financial services sector, like Sutton Bank, who has 100 million Visa cards in issuance in the US, and FIS, the largest banking core provider in the world. These are all secure deals that go live in 2023 and represent a projected $2 million in ARR. This is our team. I'm glad to be joined by Dr. Steve and Dr. Ed. This is our second business together. And as you can see, we have done RegTech for banks before, and now we're doing it again with Privacy Lock. We hope that you'll join us in being the largest provider of privacy services to banks and financial companies by supporting our pre-seed round of $500,000, which we're using to execute on our secure distribution deals. And we hope that you'll help us redefine data with privacy. Thank you very much.
Next, I'd like to introduce Juanita Duque of Securi, coming to us from Palo Alto, California. An amazing co-founding pair, graduates of Wharton and Stanford, with an AI-driven cyber talent sourcing platform.
Securi is the global cybersecurity expertise and talent platform. We know that cybercrime is increasing, and we need the skill set to manage this risk. But right now, there's almost a 4 million cybersecurity talent drought, and companies are having challenges in finding the best fit skills for their roles and retaining and upskilling this talent. But how does Securi tackle these cybersecurity challenges? Securi is a platform that's supporting companies in their entire cybersecurity skill set lifecycle in doing 3 things: development of cybersecurity skills and talent pool growth, upskilling and reskilling talent in their cybersecurity skills, and supporting with talent acquisition. And our Securi AI is what functions the platform, performing 2 main functions: smart matching of skill sets between roles and both technical and soft skills for cybersecurity, but second, developing cybersecurity talent. Our algorithm evaluates the talent, recommends a career path, both in cybersecurity or focused in cybersecurity, such as for critical infrastructure, recommends training in cybersecurity for that skills gaps that can be taken through a marketplace of the best-in-class cybersecurity training and education. Why are we unique? We're specialized in cybersecurity skills and talent. We have a global cybersecurity skills development and talent pool growth. We're improving assessment and matching of skills, and we have an information goldmine for retention and upskilling of cybersecurity. And since we launched a year ago, we've had great traction. More than 3,500 cybersecurity talent, and more than 65 companies that have registered in the platform, best-in-class companies. And yes, we have competition, but we are different and unique. Our companies need us. Why? Because we're using AI to both perform this matching of roles to skills, and also the upskilling, reskilling, and creation of talent and skill sets. And the founding team, amazing team, Olga, the co-founder, chairwoman, and CTO, expert in cybersecurity in various boards, and former CIO and CISO. Me, Juanita, co-founder and CEO, Stanford MBA, Purdue engineer, and expertise in cybersecurity. And we have a great, exceptional advisory board with expertise in cybersecurity, government, startups, and growth. And right now we have more than a 5.5 billion opportunity with Securi, both tackling the 4 billion cyber skills in cybersecurity placement and 1.5 billion cybersecurity training market. And what's our vision? To become the leading cybersecurity skills and talent platform, leveraging this entire broad and global partner ecosystem. We want to become the expert in smart cybersecurity skill set needs, identification, and matching, and to become a SaaS for companies to retain and manage their cybersecurity skill sets. And we're raising right now a 3 million seed investment with a 15 post cap to achieve a 1.5 million ARR and a 24-month of runway. And yes, join us to disrupt, grow, and improve the cybersecurity skills and talent market as we know it. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce George Paniker with Strataflows, coming to us from Tampa, Florida, with a low-code, zero-trust platform for critical infrastructure.
Strataflows is a game changer in the evolution of low-code platforms. We enable users to build powerful applications with ease and confidence, all while offering unbeatable security features. Our goal as a low-code platform is to make application development more accessible and efficient through visual user interfaces and pre-built components. I'm George Paniker, CEO at Strataflows. In cybersecurity, zero trust means never trust, always verify. The federal government is mandating zero trust for critical infrastructure by 2024. Low-code process automation platforms in that space are not up to par with the nearing mandate. 25% of companies in critical infrastructure have not adopted a low-code process automation platform due to perceived security and privacy concerns. Following conventional development can require timeframes of 6 months to a year. The solution for critical infrastructure is adopting our zero trust low-code platform, which gives our customers security, agility, and compliance, along with being very affordable. At Strataflows, we can build and implement a process in as little as a few days. According to Gartner, by 2025, 70% of new applications developed by enterprises would be on a low-code platform. Our go-to-market is to first target the critical manufacturing sector and then move to other segments of the market. We plan to maximize our market share by targeting all 16 critical infrastructure sectors. Strataflows has a tiered SaaS-based business model starting at $400 a month for the lower tier and $2,500 a month for the enterprise tiers. For larger customers, we offer custom pricing. While our competitors continue to live in the world of legacy security, we look to tomorrow's security standards with zero trust. We have some big name customers that prove our market fit, including the largest manufacturer of agriculture machinery in the world, represented by the green and yellow tractor. These customers are expanding the use of the platform every day and typically see a 200% ROI in just 3 months. We have an experienced team. I have a prior exit with Sunview Software and 15 years of cybersecurity experience. Sigrun, our CMO, has 15 years of experience in software engineering. Ernie, a director of operations, has 10 years of experience in manufacturing. Our advisor, Russ Miller, has 20 years of cybersecurity experience, and our mentor network has really grown in the past few months thanks to our time in the 2023 CyberTech cohort at Tampa Bay Wave. Strataflows currently has $300,000 ARR. A $2 million seed investment would give a 2-year runway and go towards scaling engineering, go-to-market, and obtaining security certifications. We're also looking for introductions to critical manufacturing and utility companies in and around Tampa, Florida. Thank you for your time today. We hope you think as highly of us as our customers.
I'd like to introduce Wanbo Go from Detroit, Michigan with Voltara. He's got a solution for solving cybersecurity development in advanced manufacturing solutions.
Hi, I'm Yuanbo, founder and CEO of Voltara. There's no panacea in cybersecurity. Every control has its own use case. For example, encryption only works to retain data confidentiality, hash can be used to check data integrity, and SALT can be used to prevent dictionary attack. As you see, to design an effective security system, you need to follow a set of process. The first step is called identify, which means you identify what threats are involved in your product. Only then you can design controls according to each of the threats you identified. That is called protect. After that, you continue to monitor your product and controls to make sure the controls are continuing to be effective. That is called detect. While this process sounds easy on paper, it is time-consuming to follow. For example, in the automotive industry, following the process takes up to $85,000 per project per year. What's making it worse is not even an option. The newly released ISO standard and the United Nations regulations are mandating following this process. Sadly, the most popular tool today is Excel. Volterra is the first and only product on the market today that's offering a circuit simulation type of user experience where the user just draw a diagram and then click run. Volterra is able to identify the threats, recommend controls, and monitor our controls. What are the benefits? We are shrinking down a 60-day worth of engineering analysis into 2 days in the identify phase. In the detect phase, we are saving 70% of budget comparing to hiring someone in-house and do the monitoring manually. We are starting off from the automotive industry because of the newly introduced ISO standard and regulations. From there, we'll move to the directly adjacent safety critical industries. These industries are also regulation heavy. After that, we're going to target the entire IoT electronics manufacturers. The automotive market alone, according to a McKinsey report brought by the regulation and ISO standard, is worth $2 billion. If you expand to the IoT security service market, that's $10 billion. If you include controls, the entire IoT security market is a $60 billion market. Among that, we're trying to target $40 million in 5 years. Not even to mention the high growth in this IoT security market, and our core competency is and will continue to be automating time-consuming security engineering analysis processes. Our team has strong domain expertise and management experience. Me, myself, used to be a head of security at one of the major automotive companies, and I'm author, and I'm also co-chairing the next revision of the newly released ISO standard. Bootstrapped since 2020, we have demonstrated strong growth in the last 3 years. To fuel the next stage of growth, we are raising $3 million seed round, and that's why we're here today. Thank you for your time. We are Volterra.
Next, we have Simon Janine with X80 out of Tampa, Florida. He's quantifying cyber risk in real dollars for executives and CISOs.
Hi, I'm Simon, CEO at X80 Security. I started programming and hacking computers when I was 13, 14. And at 19, I got drafted into military intelligence, especially into a special cybersecurity unit with offensive capabilities. I then went on to found 2 startups, one in cryptographic protocols and another one in secure financial technology. I created X80 because I was extremely frustrated with the way security was done. I just thought that it had no real basis and it wasn't done in a rational way. Let me tell you about the problem today. It's what I call the cybercrime value chain. Today, criminals of all types across the world collaborate on the dark web and exchange and sell services, IDs, tools, passwords, credit cards, and make a lot of profit from doing that. Also, companies have an exponentially growing attack surface. With any new system that's getting digitalized, any third party, any employee being just a breach waiting to happen. And this year, right now, we just are seeing the first AI-generated threats, where models like ChatGPT and GPT-4 make it possible to generate pinpointed cyber attacks, disinformation campaigns, and phishing at scale in an intelligent way. And even though companies have invested so much in cybersecurity, the number of threats are just way too numerous. There are just too many of them. And that means that resources are actually scarce in comparison to the number of threats. So we need a paradigm shift to help security teams prioritize remediations and solutions by highest return on investment, essentially getting the biggest bang for the buck. And to do so, X80 models cyber risks and quantifies them in dollars. We've got traction here in the US with large companies. For example, last week we just deployed into a $5 billion revenue company here. And prior to that, we're working with startups, and this is what CISOs and security professionals have to say about us. They said that they've been trying to solve this problem for 10 years and failed. They say that our system is the holy grail of cybersecurity if it were to work. My ask is, if you're a cybersecurity professional or CISO, let's share ideas. If you're an investor, let's discuss about your portfolio risk. And if you're in mergers and acquisitions, let us discuss cyber due diligence. Thank you so much, and here's how to reach me.
And now we've got Nara Papu with Zen Data out of San Francisco, a former technical director at PayPal, as well as a graduate of Cornell. His company's got some excellent traction.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nara Papu. I'm the founder and CEO of Zen Data, the AI that alerts you when your privacy flies down. We scanned 100,000 of the most popular websites in the world and found 67% of them have at least one privacy violation. Not fixing the issue could expose millions of customer records. Exactly what happened to GoodRx. They got fined $2.5 million, and the usage on their platform dropped 20% within the first month. Systems are way too complex for this to be done manually. We use AI to make sure no privacy doors are open. Caring about this problem is no longer a choice. 65% of the world population is covered by at least one privacy regulation, and the fines have grown exponentially year over year. The privacy management software is huge. It's meant to be $29 billion a year by 2029 at 40% CAGR. Our solution, we scan your data surfaces, starting with your website down to your first and third-party APIs. Monitor for them any privacy violations, mitigate most of the issues automatically, and alert them with guidance in case we cannot solve the problem. Existing solutions are reactive, slow, manual, and expensive. They're primarily workflow or questionnaire driven, requiring multiple resources to run the program on an ongoing basis, putting them out of reach for majority of the companies that are in the market. We have an exceptional founding team that has built and launched multiple data products in Fortune 100 companies. I myself built the privacy program at PayPal prior to pursuing this venture. We also have a great set of advisors, ex-CISO of T-Mobile, a cybersecurity executive from Comcast, a data scientist from DeepMind that worked on TensorFlow. We've had great traction. We're running at 400K ARR currently, and we're projected to reach 9 million ARR by end of 2024. Our ask for the community, we're looking for sell and build partners on the sell sites, any affiliates, VARs, MSPs, marketplaces. On the build side, if you're a company that is worried about losing a customer signal because of cookies going away, we'd love to work with you on finding a solution that would keep your business going. Thank you so much. Bye.
Wow, those are some incredible pitches. I really hope you can understand why we're so proud of this cohort. It's one of our best yet, and there are some attractive investments. If any of these deals sound good to you, please reach out to me personally at amit@tampabaywave.org, and I'm happy to make any introductions to the founders. Please know that every one of these companies is actively raising or is planning their next round soon. If you are located in the Tampa area, we also have our pitch night tomorrow evening at Softworks for investors starting at 4:30 p.m. You'll get to meet the founders personally, as well as hear them pitch to a live audience. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming today. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great evening.